Welcome back. It's great to have you with us. And now for the story that I was talking to you about a little bit earlier on. And you know that we at JMSL love to give you and inform you of the latest developments in the world of technology as well. And we've got the story now of something called the nano quadrators that is making a super flight in the world of technology.
They look and sound like something out of a James Bond film, but their capabilities surpass even 007's imagination. The nano quadrotors are light and agile enough to move and grasp objects in mid-air. They can turn, flip, and fly in formation. And while they're good with picks and drumsticks, University of Pennsylvania researcher Daniel Mellinger says they're really designed to save lives.
The ability to put a camera on board these vehicles and have them collect information is a very powerful one. This is particularly valuable in situations that are dangerous, so you can get information in a situation without ever having to put a human in harm's way. And that's so you can imagine a scenario after a natural disaster where you send up a large team of these vehicles, for example 20 of them, each with a camera, and they collect and gather information and create situational awareness about what's going on in the scene, and then deliver that information to first responders, and then they can respond to the situation appropriately.
Mellinger and his research partner Alex Kushliev have built several versions of the aerial vehicle using materials that are readily available at a hardware store. But their main objective has been to create machines that can fly in a swarm without crashing into one another. Each robot carries built-in magnets and sensors that work with a motion capture system. Infrared light is directed toward markers on each vehicle. The markers then reflect the light back into the cameras, and a computer program tracks the markers to determine the vehicle's location. There is also an off-board base station that uses a software algorithm to communicate with the vehicle and direct its flight.
The cool thing that we want to do is to eventually transfer this, these algorithms to work outdoors. So it's currently very difficult because of different environmental factors like wind and weather, but at least if we learn as much as possible about the vehicles themselves indoors, then we can control them in better outdoors.
The team has conducted several experiments to see how effectively the vehicles can work as a team without flying into one another. One of the most encouraging involves the use of grippers and magnets.
So what the vehicle can do is it can go and take its grippers, pick up a part, and then fly around in the world and fly to the place where that part needs to be put in place, and then place the part where it needs to go. And since the magnets are in the parts, the magnets can actually pull the part into place, and it'll snap into place, and the vehicle can let go and fly away and go get the next part. And so using this infrastructure, we've used teams of up to 3 vehicles to build structures containing up to 40 pieces.
So what I want to show you next.
Professor Vijay Kumar of the university's GRASP lab recently introduced the robots at a lecture widely viewed online. Since it aired, the video has gotten thousands of hits. Kumar says he thinks people are simply fascinated by the entertainment value and possibilities of these aerial robots.
In particular, we're sort of interested in pushing the autonomy front. We want to have these robots to be able to think for themselves, make decisions, and relieve a lot of the burden that currently falls on human operators.
And that could be in the fields of search and rescue, construction, or just household convenience. And who knows? A starring role in the next Bond adventure may be more than just a flight of fancy. Sharon Reich, Reuters.
There you have it, a very fascinating device indeed that will probably come in handy in the fields of search and rescue or construction or what do you know, household convenience in future. Well, moving on from there, we've got another innovation that was created by Sri Lankans for Sri Lankans, and that's something that you have to definitely check out. I'm sure it'll make you laugh.
We believe that technology becomes truly magical when it's in the hands of a Sri Lankan. So we're announcing a brilliant new Apple eye product made specifically for Sri Lankans. Introducing the Apple IO.
Here at Apple Sri Lanka, we have been researching how Sri Lankans use the Apple products. Sri Lankans have different hand gestures, we have different photos, and even different musics.
We've integrated Sri Lankan technology directly into the iOS to notify you when an IO moment is about to occur.
Hey, your son has failed maths.
IO.
Your daughter has a boyfriend,
IO.
and he's not Sri Lankan.
IO. It's spectacular. And best of all, we're shipping in 3 sizes. The IO, the IIO, and the IO Mage Apo.
I'm sure that put a smile on your face this Tuesday morning, because it sure did to me when a colleague of mine randomly called me over and shared this video with me. I thought it was quite funny, and I'm sure it put a smile on your face as well. And that also shows to us how localizing a product to a specific country or area is also important. And that brings us to almost to the end of today's show. It's been a pleasure having you with us. Remember that tomorrow we'll be having 2 directors coming and talking to us about children's theatre. That is, of course, in line with the Colombo International Theatre Festival, which will also showcase international theatre productions from various other countries. And that's that for you to look out for tomorrow on the show. But it's been a pleasure having you with us today, and keep watching MTV Sports, as we'll be having several other interesting stories for you lined up throughout today. Take care.